Hi, I hope everyone is doing well. Now that we've gotten through Chapter 1, this is the overview for Chapter 2. Chapter 2 will cover the Texas Constitution. We're going to go briefly through how the state constitution has been influenced by the United States Constitution. And of course, this is deriving from before you can develop any type of document, whether it's in government or business, you have to start from somewhere. So the United States Constitution has always been what you would say a framework for the states to develop and devise their own individual constitutions, which are based and shaped around what is best for the particular state, and in this case, Texas. Every state has its own geographical regions, and therefore there's different needs. So that's why there's a variance in constitutions from state to state. Also, too, we will go through, and again, I say briefly, the various constitutions that Texas has in fact gone through. And you will find that the reasonings behind Texas changing their constitution so many times was dealing with the times, meaning the era, as far as what was going on in Texas at that time, when they needed a different constitution when they were under the control of Mexico. Then when they became independent, they needed a different constitution. And then you'll see the flipping and flopping, if you will, that's how I categorize it, as when Texas joined the Confederacy, and then when the Union was being developed, how they went back and forth. And that reasoning, it was all about slavery. They wanted to be a part of a union, if you will, whether it was the Confederacy or the Union, which became the United States. They wanted to, in fact, be how can I say it? They really wanted to be with who was really going to value what they were valuing at that time. So when the Confederacy changed their values, then they jumped to the Union. Then when the Union was changing things, they jumped back to the Confederacy and things of that nature. Also, too, I will show you a video that will talk about the founding of the Texas Capitol. And there's a little interesting story, short video, that will go along with it, and I will give you a little background about what the capital of Texas actually went through in 1850. Also, too, we will talk about reform. And when it comes to, there was a famous scandal beyond what happened during the housing market crash. But there was a scandal called Sharpstown scandal, and that was in 1972 here in Houston. And it's just really ironic with Enron being in Houston too. But it's a short video that I will share with you during the lecture that will talk about how this came about and how it had an impact on modifying or reforming the Constitution of Texas. And also, to the chapter will also deal with Article 1, Section 32 of the Texas Constitution. If you have a minute to, or have an opportunity to review it before class, that would be wonderful. It is, I will read it during the class so that everyone is familiar with it, but it really ties into the same-sex marriage, and how Texas really just nullified things based on their belief system. And also during the discussion of chapter 2, you will see the pattern of that Texas really started out to be a republic. Therefore, they really didn't want anyone, and that's including the federal government, to actually control them. They want to call their own shots. So that's why you see some of that individualism. And also they're still traditional because they have those Southern ways, even though Texas is not in the South, which, you know, brought about with the slavery values or what have you. But chapter 2 will really give you that foundation on actually how the Constitution of Texas is formed and how it operates today. And you'll probably be surprised with some of the things that I'll also share with you about the Constitution. So this is the overview of chapter 2. See you in class.